What's up, everybody? Welcome to a hump day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mix Margarita Mix. Boy, it's a Halloween edition of Morning Scone. Y'all dressing up? Erica's big into holidays, so I don't dress up per se. But we coordinate with Drew. So, for example, Drew will be today he'll be a pirate. Got a little pirate suit and all that stuff. And so I have a shirt that says Captain Dad. It's a red shirt, like with the white skull and crossbones. It says Captain Dad. And Erica's is like Captain Mom. I don't know how there's two captains, but that's how we roll. Last year, Drew was an astronaut, and so Erica and I wore NASA shirts and hats. Calica! Drew's here, wearing a pumpkin shirt. Looks like he's ready for Halloween. Whoa. One, two, three, four, five. Hi. Albertsons. Nope, because Albertsons doesn't have Boudreaux's. All right, let's say some good mornings. Bank. We did go to the bank yesterday. Very good. This is saying a lot more, man. Stephen Bro, Brandon Rishu, Brad Ferrand. Good morning, Craig Schilling, Elise, Keith Rosenbach, Chris, Brian Wampold. Good morning. Stephen Miller. What's up, dude? Blake Dayrees, Kyle Gallo, Chad Chenevert, Corey Landry. Look at all this. Great crowd this morning. Leroy Blanchard, Brian Wampold, what's up, top of the morning? Carl the Cat, what's up, Dad? Good morning. James McCormick, Frank, good morning. Brad Ellerby, Andrew Bayer, Chase Duplantis. Got a little captain in you. Not really, as far as the commercial goes, Steven, not huge rum guy. I can tell you that, when I was in college, I was more of a rum guy, Bacardi and Coke or a Captain and Coke sort of thing. I liked my Jack and Coke. Your tastes evolve, so to speak. Let's see. Everett, good morning. Let's see. Chad, hey, fake Red Sox people. Awesome. Love fake Red Sox fans. The only Red Sox fan that I know that I'll actually give any credence to is Christian Lockature, who's from Natick, suburb of Boston. Grew up in it. I'll allow him his moment to gloat. Everyone else, you're all phonies. Dax Jeter, Douglas Duhan, good morning. Troy Fuselier. How about them Tigers, y'all? LSU, Bama this weekend. Yesterday, LSU practice. You know what's funny, man? We've had these LSU practice reports, and you kind of look for, you look for tidbits and news and notes. And the shorter the practice report, typically the better. It means you don't have people out, because when you're only there for 15 minutes, you're basically doing roll call, who's there, who's not there, who's in a no contact jersey, who's switched positions. When you go there and basically just say Garrett Brumfield's running with the ones, and that's the only newsworthy item, you're healthy, you're established. I think LSU's about as good to go for this game as they've been, man. We'll do some Q&A if y'all got them, fire away. Attach. Remember, today, 10 a.m., Ed Ogeron on the LSU Coaches Teleconference. So we'll get an update from Coach O. Bank. Okay. A little stutter step. That was cool. Then tonight, Ed Ogeron show, which you can hear on Eagle 98.1. I know it is Halloween, so a lot of people doing the trick-or-treat thing. Also, a lot of you have asked before if y'all could hear when I go on other radio stations. I told you I'm going to be doing a show in every city in Alabama. I've got Huntsville at 8 a.m., so we got 22 minutes, and they're calling me at 8:01. Then I got Mobile at 8:30. It's WNSP. So if you follow me on Twitter, I'll retweet whenever they post that I'm coming on with them. So y'all can just follow the link on there if anyone's interested. If you just can't get enough scone in your life. There we are. Morningscone.com, by the way. Boudreaux's Mix, Locked On LSU podcast, hosted by your boy. Please download it. Appreciate all the feedback. All right, let's see. Captain Drew and Facebook Filter C. Let's see. Sam Bacon. Morning, Drew and Scott. 4 more days till the showdown. Drew and Scott. Scott? Oh, man. Yes, 4 more days. Brad Ellerby. Is there a player that hasn't played this year that could show up Saturday? I don't think that there's a player that hasn't played, but I do think what you're going to look at is, especially in the first half, compensating for Devin White. And so you will see Micah Baskerville and Patrick Queen a ton, just by default. The other guy, I know people ask about him all the time, and Hester and I were talking about this yesterday, and he brought up a good point. It was, I'm sorry, Rohan brought this up yesterday on the show. If you missed that, go listen to Rohan Davey interview, 1045ESPN.com, or however you listen to podcasts. He said the thing with Tua is you rush to contain. He said it's not get upfield and get to the quarterback and sack him. He's like, if you can get the sack, get it. But what you want to do is rush to contain, where you're basically holding him in the pocket and not creating lanes for him to escape because he's so good throwing on the run. You want him to stand there, and just have to pick apart a defense and throw with 6 or 7 men in coverage and find tight windows. And the guy who Hester said could both rush and cover either a back or a tight end is Jacoby Stevens. And that was an interesting thought because he's big enough to play the run, athletic enough to rush the passer, and as a safety, you'd think he could cover a back or a tight end. So, interesting to keep an eye on maybe Jacoby Stevens, see if he doesn't play a little bit bigger role this week. It's kind of out of necessity. Because otherwise, you would just have your standard lineup where you'd have White and Phillips on the interior, you'd have Divinity on one side, and then you'd have that rover sort of with Delpit. Interesting to see if maybe you don't see more Jacoby Stevens. Let's see. Tyler Landry, good morning. Blake Middleton, good morning. Drew and Robert featuring Matt. I'm okay with that. Carl working on my haka. Oh, God, Carl the Cat. Highlight of the haka was Carl the Cat standing next to the guys doing this. You know how many people who didn't notice it that I pointed it out and they were like, oh my God, thank you for pointing that out to me. It's the funniest thing. Yep. Stephen Hoogie. Hey, Matt, Stephen Hoogie. He puts hoax gahi. Hoax gahi? Hoax gahi? That's weird, Stephen. It looks like Hoogie. Let's see. Charlie Cavell, what's up? Keith, is Saturday officially a whiteout game? No. You know what? This is interesting. Just go to show you. So LSU will not, I was told this, will not formally get behind a whiteout or anything like that. In part because, which is why you haven't seen anything from LSU on it. In part, I understand, it's a suspended player. They don't want to, be formally, throwing their, they don't want to be sort of rallying fans behind, objecting to the league office and things, which I do understand. But, so we went to Mike the Tiger's cage on Sunday, and LSU's got shirts printed, white shirts with the 40 on the back, 40 in the LSU logo. I'm like, so they're not endorsing the whiteout. But if you're going to wear white in support of Devin White, come buy a shirt from us. Out of here, man. Brian Myers, good morning. James McCormick says, I'm from Boston. I don't believe you. Boyce Yarbo, good morning. Let's see. Happy Halloween. What's up, Scones? Just doing a show here. Danny Brabham, Adam Penny, what's up? Stephen Miller. Daddy Dale and little Nicky got older today. That's true. Both Dale Brown and Nick Saban, their birthdays are on Halloween. So Saban is 67 years old today. You do legitimately wonder, all right, you're 67. How much longer can your reign of terror really run? It can't be that much longer, can it? You're 67, man. Don't you want to go do things? Spend time with the grandkids? Terry Landry, any Halloween filters for us today? That's completely up to Drew, so we will see if and when he returns. Jamie Levine, good morning. Bernard Robert. Trey Dykes, what's up, dude? Chad Chenevert trying to tell me Wade Boggs is his favorite player. Then you look, if Wade Boggs is your favorite player, you should be a Yankee fan because Wade Boggs won a World Series with the Yankees, and then Wade Boggs got his 3,000th hit with the Rays, so you should be a Rays fan. Makes sense, doesn't it? Right, Chad? You Boston fan? Front runners, man. Gotta tell you what, these front runners. What's up, cuz? Good to see you there. Andrew said Maryland coach is keeping his job. You think Canada will leave, get a head coaching offer? After the first game when they beat Texas, you certainly would have thought it. But Maryland's hit a little bit of a lull. I know Canada just desperately wants to be a head coach. I know he interviewed for Troy. He interviewed for Western Kentucky. Neil Brown got the Troy. Who got the Western Kentucky job? I don't remember. When he interviewed, I don't remember. Anyway, so he's a guy that would take less to go be a head coach. You know, if he's making $1 million at Maryland, I don't know what he's making. Let's say he's making $1 million, but there's a head coaching job available for $750. Like, he would take it to go be a head coach. So I think if someone offers, he'll take it. Stephen Hoogie, how do you get compensated for going on those shows? Stephen, you don't. Unless if you do like a regular appearance, you could work out some type of fee. But typically it's just a professional courtesy. You know, and it's like understanding, you go on these other shows, and if you know, at some point you need the favor return, you know, those people come on your show. So it's a professional courtesy like that. But at some point I think you draw the line. So like, for example, you know, Rohan. So Rohan comes on my show every Wednesday or every Tuesday. So if I'm going to say, hey, I need you to commit to being on air every Tuesday, you know, for however many years now we've done it at 5:15. So like, you have to block out that time of your day, and it's just an appointment. Like, nothing supersedes that. I shouldn't say nothing. I mean, obviously there could be family emergencies and things, but like, then those people need to be compensated. So like, for example, that segment of Rohan is sponsored by South Point Volkswagen. So you go to South Point and say, hey, do you want to sponsor the segment with Rohan? And so Rohan gets talent. The company makes money on that. I don't, which is fine, by the way. Like, I'm good. Like, I have my list of sponsors and all. It's fine. But I always mean, if those guys can get something to compensate them for their time, like, that's what I look for. But as far as like today, this is just, you know, it's Bama week. So every station in Alabama is looking for the LSU perspective. So, you know, they call, which is cool. So I'll do an 8 and then an 8:30 today, and then I have an 8 o'clock p.m. tonight as well. That's a Shreveport one. Long day. Stephen Beach, Kristen Geiger, good morning. Adam Penny, Blake Middleton. Can Kentucky beat Georgia? Can they? Sure, because Kentucky's defense is really good. Have you noticed Kentucky's got the #1 defense in the SEC? Home game, it'll be bonkers up there. If Jake Fromm plays against Kentucky the way he did against Florida, Georgia will win that game and should win that game. I just don't know if Kentucky's got enough offense. But that, I mean, you realize the last 3 weeks Kentucky has scored 14, 14, and 15 points, and they've won all 3. That's salty defense right there, man. 14, 14, and 15, you've won all 3. Hey, bro. Eric Hart, what's up, dude? Charlie said Jamar Chase. I guess that's people who haven't played much this year that get a look. Maybe.
Shabba.
What? Did you say Shabills? Shabills. Hey, you want to say hi to everybody? They haven't got to see you yet today.
Mama.
We are going to Roro's house for trick or treat. You got a pumpkin shirt. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, we'll see you later, little pumpkin. What's that head bop he was doing? Okay. What? 1, 2, 3.
Bank.
Bank. We did go to the bank. Very good, Drew. Tilla Tequila is going to throw 2 interceptions Saturday. 1 to Delta, 1 to Fulton. You know, Eric, I always do kind of laugh at precise predictions like that because there's literally no way to quantify that prediction like beforehand. Like, it's literally just a guess. They're going to win it on a walk-off 46-yard field goal after a Delpit pick. Okay. I mean, there's... Like, that can be your guess. You could say it came to you in a dream. You know, you read some tarot cards. But there's no way that... Like, there's no... It's like all the conspiracy theorists. How do you disprove a conspiracy theory? How do I argue against that? No, they're not going to throw 2 picks. That'll. Hope you're right, by the way. I do, sincerely. Let's see. Bama has good wide receivers. They haven't faced guys like Greedy and Fulton with Delpit roaming around. That's true. That is true. Mark Allen, good morning. I think this should be the gold game every year. Man, we laugh about that. Like the promotions, like the gold game and everything. That's just, because nobody ever does it, you know. I shouldn't say nobody, but you try to do a gold game promotion and 60% of the stadium is gold, you know. So you still got almost half the stadium that's wearing either purple or white. So, yeah. I'll just say, do you. Eric said, which Drew dressing up? He's a pirate. Drew will be a pirate. Got a pretty cool outfit. Weird things, Drew doesn't wear hats. So he's got the pirate hat with his outfit, but Drew just won't put a hat on his head. You see we do the daddy wear the hat, Drew wear the hat thing when he comes in here, and he'll hand me a hat. I'll put it on his head, and he'll just immediately take it off. Like he won't leave a hat on his head. I don't know why. So he's got a pirate suit, but no hat. Well, he's got a hat and an eye patch, but he just, a lot of sensory stuff, I guess he just won't. Let's see. James McCormick. Born July 4th, 1972 at St. Margaret's Hospital, raised in Hull, Massachusetts. I don't believe you. Stephen Beach. Can he be ready to retire? I hope so. Let's see. Tim Sonia, good morning. Jamie Leday, good morning. Let's see. Saban puts rocks in his grandkids' Christmas stockings. Whoo! Adam Penny. I saw Wade Boggs in Tampa with Fred McGriff. Things you never thought you'd come upon today. Wade Boggs and Fred McGriff Tampa references. Oh man. Kerry Tomplay, good morning. Hunter Picard, good morning. That's Joy Scott. Hey, Erica's watching. Good morning, Erica. Shouldn't you be working? You should be working. Go make that money. Better get back to work now. I'm going to tell on you, Erica. Adam, Jimmy, Mark, 2 Marks. Good morning. Mark, keep the faith, Mark. Keep pushing, dog. Pelicans game tonight. Mark, ain't nobody care, dog. I mean, the 4-0 start was fun. AD got hurt again. They lost a couple. Okay. You got Jahlil Okafor starting last game out. Again, man, check in with me on Christmas. Let's see, Brady, do you know what time Walk-Ons is opening tomorrow morning? Good question, Brady. I don't know. Tomorrow morning, Golick and Wingo from Walk-Ons Burbank. Everyone's invited to come out there. They'll be open for... So you're saying, like, could you get there earlier? I guess they have to be open a little earlier. And I don't know if they're doing the show inside or if they're setting up a stage outside, like in the parking lot or in the field. I know SVP and Rosillo did it in that field next to Walk-Ons. So I don't know, but I would say if you drive by there today and the stage is outside, then you'll see. Sam Dixon, good morning. Yes, James said 5 a.m. Walk-Ons opens. I don't know, man. The show starts at 5. So, Mark, Golick, Wingo, and Golick doing live broadcast tomorrow at Walk-Ons in Baton Rouge. Yes, they are. 5 a.m., 5 to 9, and then Jordy and T-Bob will follow 9 to 11. I bet Walk-Ons will have drink specials at 5 a.m., Steven. They better, anyway. Sam, Sconius Maximus, 3 more days until then. Today's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yep, 3 days, you're right. Hashtag math. Carl the Cat and Stephen Miller will be there for Golick and Wingo. All 4 hours. God bless y'all. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, too. That'd be nasty. Adam Tower. Odds Ontario coming through the guest picker. I'll give him 17%. It will have somebody. It might end up needing to be me, making a phone call like it's been the last 2 weeks. When he's connected, he's done really well. But he whiffed on Vince Wilfork, didn't call. He whiffed 2 weeks ago, and I had to get Fred Smoot. And then he whiffed. He didn't get anybody last week. And we just called Lang back. He's like, bye week. So he better come through. Biggest game of the year, better come through. Adam, do you think Texas was ranked too low or Kentucky too high? Honestly, dude, didn't even see the rankings. I saw LSU's 3. That's what I predicted. Committee does stuff like that because they can. Where was Texas and Kentucky? I don't even know. I told y'all on Sunday, I held up a little cup and I said the college football rankings are this cup is more meaningful, has more purpose than those rankings. And it's true. I literally don't even know where they're ranked. Stephen Miller, shout-outs! Let's see. Sam Donnellan, good morning. Oh, we're getting close. We got 6 minutes, y'all. If y'all have questions, fire away. We're going to do rapid fire. Got 6 minutes till those people in Huntsville call me. Boudreaux's Bloody Mary Mixed Margarita Mix, morningscone.com. Locked on LSU podcast. Check it out. Share it, please. Tom, can you link any of your appearances that are podcasts? You just got to go look at the link on my Twitter. I'll retweet when people have me on. That's the best way to do it. Today the chairs move by themselves. Weird. That's odd. I'm going to Ro's house to trick or treat too. Roro's. Who's your Roro? Roro is Erica's sister, and that's where we're going for trick or treat tonight. Russ Mitchell Day. It is Russ Mitchell Day, and Russ Mitchell will be in town on Friday. 37% of stats are made up on the spot. Jeffrey Sanford. Good morning. Let's see. I'm part of the step challenge. Can I send you my Fitbit and have Drew wear it? Looks like he's in perpetual motion. He kind of is, man. He's a big ball energy. Titus, OTB Reese Davis wants LSU to bring huge crowd to game day Saturday. Oh, they had Reese. Good. Let's see. Brandon Ray, good morning. Sean, good morning. Matt and Drew. I hear Saban is going as rat poison. Not a bad idea. Terrio should dress up as you for Halloween. He might actually do show prep. Titus, it'll be shoulder to shoulder in the quad Saturday. Probably will. I think they'll have a really good crowd there. Moving into the quad, talking about college game day, moving into the quad was a good idea. Just so it's not as spread out. Like when they would do it on the parade grounds, it's such a giant space. Even if you had a bunch of people in that corner, it looked like there was nobody there because it was such a giant space. When they did it on the ramp at the PMAC, that was always the best. But I just realized logistically why that's hard to do now. Let's see. Drew is committed to showing off that luscious mane and making his pops jealous. Kyle, Maine, M-A-N-E. M-A-I-N would be like, the first, like the main, the top of the creme de la creme. Maine, M-A-N-E, that's his hair. Come on now. Let's see. Look it up, Scone. I'm not looking up anything, James. You just quit lying about where you're born. It's all good. Just admit you're a front-running poser. That's all. Let's see. Troy, Rocco, what's up, man? Erica said I'm checking on my baby. That's so sweet. Thanks, Erica, for checking on me. I appreciate that. Oh, the other baby. The little one. Got it. Not me. Got it. Who's the guest picker? Don't know. I'll have to find out. These chowderheads, insufferable. I got it. Ben, Catholic High, I went to Santa Maria. Yeah, Ben, you can't give me a hard time about going to Catholic High because you went to Santa Maria because, we scored 50 on you. I mean, it doesn't really work that way. That's like LSU trying to give Bama a hard time. You can't do it when you've lost 7 in a row. Sorry, it's just the reality. Let's see. Kip, Corey, good morning. I have not found out the game day picker yet. Chuck Sanchez. Any idea if Queen gets the first half start? Not yet. Yesterday, Devin White was running with the ones. So, Corey, can you have Rohan every day this week? Nah, man, it's good. All right, we're at the end of the comments, and these people are calling me in 2 minutes. Let's see what's coming on. Hey, where's Drew? Hey, Drew. Excuse me, yawn. Drew. Is the band allowed to play neck? No. they fielded a lot of angry calls from influential people about the Georgia game with the vulgarity. Rusted, I came for the alcohol product placement, stayed when I noticed the massive alcohol collection on the right. Oh, that's nothing, man. And this isn't alcohol. This is a mixer. There's no alcohol in here. That's just my well. My really good stuff is over there.